to buy me some Ciroc. Hey, y'all.
Right.
I got cranberry juice and pineapple juice, but I ain't got no Ciroc.
Okay, then. We are live.
I know that. Trying to get somebody to bring me a bottle of some pineapple Ciroc after the show. Let's go.
Let's get it.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hello.
I meant coconut Ciroc. Sorry, no pineapple.
Coconut.
Coconut. Yeah, it goes with pineapple juice.
I heard the coconut flavor is really good.
It is good. It is good.
Welcome to Tangy Tea of Life, everyone. I am your host, Veronica, back with you tonight. Feeling good on this Tuesday.
You got a bell.
Right. Thank you, Fatine. And it was loud. Yes.
I'm stingy with it with Veronica.
Yeah, you be stingy with it. I don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. You stingy too.
Really?
You gotta make people.
Let me find out.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tangy Tea of Life.
Wait. Oh, she getting a little funky now. Okay. All right, I heard it.
Okay. Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah, got a little nice bass to it.
Let me give a shout out to Tori. She did a nice flyer for us. Thank you so much, Tori. Appreciate that.
She's the flyer queen. Gave me a tutorial last year.
What's going on, John? Patricia, was that you I saw walking this afternoon?
Probably not.
What's up, Lisa? Chris, where you been hiding?
Chris.
Hope everybody feeling good on this Tuesday. Got my brother Victor back with us. What's going on, Vic?
What's going on? I want to give a rest in peace to Robert Hyman, man. Robert Hyman was a integral part. I want to say, if you was around Florence, man, he was a Masonic brother. Robert Hyman is a good dude, man. He was a good dude, man. Rest in peace to Robert, man.
Our prayers and condolences to the family.
Yes. Prayers to the
and
family.
to my Masonic brother. Yes.
Brother Fatine is back with us. WBLS radio station.
Yep. Ready to ride.
How y'all feeling on this Tuesday?
I feel good. I mean, it's daylight savings time's kind of messing me up, but you know, it's what it is, though.
Right.
Yeah. Let me give a shout out to all those folks. Like I said earlier before we came on, shout out to all my folks on the Tangy Tea site, and also my personal friends that I know, or friends through radio that jumped on the Facebook conversation about men and cheating and relationships, and people were out there, and it was real good conversation. So I appreciate all the comments.
And I want to say this, and it's gonna sound crazy. But shout out to Kim Kardashian, man.
I gotta give her a shout out. Now, I don't know why you shouting her out, but I kind of like the way her swag is rolling right now.
Shout out to
Kanye.
Kim K.
Yeah,
we might have Kim K on the show. I don't know.
I gotta give her a shout out.
On here, man.
Because she's handling herself pretty good with this whole.
Shouts out to Kim K, man. I never thought I'd ever say that.
Yeah.
You want to share?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, shouts out to Kim.
Yeah, well, I'll give a shout out real quick. I mean, her and Kanye had the divorce went through, and Kanye's been showing his ass out there on social media, this, that, and the other. But she's been stepping it up and say, like, look, bottom line, dude, is we can do this because I'm willing to work with you. These are our kids together. But if you want to do it the hard way, then we can do it the hard way. But she's not selling wolf tickets. You understand? If a person who got money, she could do that. And then also shout outs to her for the innocent project that she works on to get people out of jail that have been in jail for giving a long sentence that they didn't really deserve. So shouts out to her. She's come a long way from that Ray J video. I have to say she has. And that's no knock against her.
Everybody got a video.
Everybody got something.
Everybody got a video.
Everybody got something. Except Veronica. Let her pastor know she don't have a video.
I don't know. Everybody done sent some meat mail or meat package at some point in time. So everybody got some.
Veronica only got exercise videos. That's about it.
That's it for teen.
Okay.
That's it my way. So, Victor, you have a topic that you want to throw out right quick before we get in this email letter?
Well, it seems like it's a bunch of guys in the comment section, but I just want to know, it's a question for the ladies because it's just been a whole lot of mess going on that I've been seeing online. But I want to know, and I've asked this question to a few women today, but is there any kind of penis worth fighting over? Like, I ain't talking about a relationship. I'm talking about some bird. Is there some Peter Bird out there that is worth just sacrificing everything you work for to throw hands with another woman or man? You know what I'm saying? Is there any kind of Peter out there that you would say, you know what, I'm gonna fight over this Peter right here?
Listen. we going straight into it like that. Let me just say, no. I'm in my 40s. Nobody got time to be fighting over no Peter, as you call it. Younger days, foolish, didn't know better. Teens, early 20s, yeah. And back then, it wasn't my fault, I would say. It was like, but it happened. But no.
Even that thing got a mean hook in it, ain't it?
I don't care. Now, I'm not gonna let nobody disrespect me, but I'm not saying that I'm even gonna let it get too far where it's, throwing blows with anybody, but no, we're grown.
So you wouldn't check a woman for, I'm talking about some good Peter now.
Okay. Would I check someone? I may check someone, but I'm not getting ready to fight.
But you will keep that good Peter.
It depends. Is that good Peter treating me right? I mean, why am I going for the woman anyway? Like,
all I'm asking you, will you fight? I mean, it's no scenario. The only question is, will you fight over some good Peter?
Mm-hmm. These comments. Well, I already said what I had to say, so
look what Chris say.
If a lady walk up on your man disrespecting you and trying to holler, then that's a problem. Then we may have to, the old Veronica may have to come back.
So
I said no one is going to disrespect me. No. Mm-mm. Or him.
So let me ask you this then. A lot of us guys like to wear cologne. If you had a man that really likes smelling good, would you let him wear the cologne that he purchased himself out on a guy's night out? The one that is a panty dropper, because I got some panty droppers.
Aphrodisiac, right?
But would you let your man wear a cologne that you love dearly out with his homeboys?
First of all, I have to have trust in my man. So yes, I would. I would trust him not to do anything stupid. Yeah. I'm not one of those women that be like smothering a man. That's not me. Because you know what? He's grown enough and he know right from wrong. So hey, that's on him. Just don't let me find out. But yes, wear your cologne.
Thank you,
Oh, Jesus, not
Veronica.
like
Because
that.
first of all,
Right, cologne.
I'm gonna be the mofo on this show tonight. But that's good
Bring
to
it, brother. That's what
no.
that's
I
what
mean,
we need.
this is to the ladies, but ain't no woman. I don't care who. I buy my cologne. I wear my cologne anywhere, anytime that I choose to. That's it. Ain't no questions in it. You may just say, "Hey, I thought you going out to play spades with the fellas. You got that cologne on, and you know that sucker just make my kitty cat wet." Well, that I'll be back then. But at the end of the day, I put on my cologne whenever I purchase it. You just said it. I wear my cologne wherever I choose to wear.
You know what?
Nobody gonna tell
Hold
me
on.
when.
I see you got on something. I need to move right quick. Hold on. I want to match you tonight. I want to match your energy. Hold on.
Oh my God.
You see, I got something on. I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh gosh.
I gotta match your energy, bro. Well, I couldn't get up. I couldn't get up because I ain't got no pants on.
You don't have
I want to
pants
match
on
your
again
energy.
tonight?
That's right. Yeah. There you
Check this
go.
out.
I can't go for that. But I hear what you're saying. I mean, I guess these
John,
comments this past couple of weeks, he can wear his cologne. He is grown. He bought it. I'm not secure. Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
Lisa.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
And
kid
do not
questions.
put John comment up there. Do not. Do not.
Y'all let me smell his
Would
Peter
y'all
Bird
ladies
when
smell his Peter Bird when he get home?
No. First of all, ain't nobody got time to be doing all that. Because if you got to do all that in a relationship, there is no trust there at all. No, absolutely not.
But what if he came to bed? That's a good point, Victor. Let's tilt this a little bit.
Hey, Eric.
What if he came to bed? What if he came to bed, Veronica, and he's smelling? He used Irish Spring soap, and he comes in that bedroom and smell like Dove soap, and he went out with the boys. Would you say anything then? Hey, babe, you smell like you just took a shower and you just walked in the door. Would you investigate that?
I probably would comment on that. Why are you smelling all fresh? Like you just washed.
Denise says she ain't no cologne never made her drop her draw. She ain't smelled the right one yet.
You ain't smelled the right one. You got to get that good.
I may have turned my head like,
If you come to that meet and greet, I'm gonna wear my panty drop out there. I'm gonna wear my panty drop out there on the 26th.
That little good. Ashanti sung about that good. You got to get that good.
Yeah, I would definitely question that.
Yeah, I got you.
But I'm not getting ready to smell down below and all that mess, no.
I use Dove too, John. White bar. Got to be the white bar. Because if you don't get that can irritate the woman in other regions.
So Victor, I'm Veronica. I'm gonna make this. You ain't got to. I'm gonna switch this up a little bit. I'll make it as clean. I'm clean. But Victor, so your woman goes out with the ladies. They going out to eat and they going to blah blah blah. She comes in about 2:30, 3 o'clock. You wake up, you in the mood, and you go ahead and bout it. But she is just, you jump in there and she is just like, yo. She is like, you done went to the park. I'm gonna be nice.
Go ahead.
Yeah, she's slippery and slopey. You know what I'm saying? Would you question that? Would you question like, why are you in this manner? How would you handle something like that?
Me too, Eric. Natural soap.
I think in the back of my mind, I would think that she is I would think in my mind maybe she was dreaming. But if she's asleep, if she walked
No,
in the
no,
house,
she came in. She came in from a girls' night
oh,
out, and
oh
then you,
man,
yeah, and she's like that. She's already.
I
Okay,
don't
maybe
know,
I was thinking
man.
about my man when I was coming in the house.
You said what?
Yeah,
I was thinking about you when I was coming in the house.
Not at 3 o'clock in the morning. You weren't, because you already know I'm gonna tell you to get the hell off me. But to be honest with you, bro, I don't think I could quite go through with it. I think there would have to be a conversation for me to know, like, what's up? Yeah. And it would have to be a real convincing conversation.
Yeah.
For her to have, because I want to know why you come in here and you're ready.
Yeah, real ready. I'm not talking about just ready.
What do you mean?
No. I'm talking about ready, like you, real ready.
I ain't saying no meat package. I want to know why. What's up? Apparently, your
because I had a few shots and it just got me all ready. So when I walk in, I had you on my mind.
And that may be acceptable answer. So how would you handle that, bro?
That's interesting. Got into that situation before.
Sure.
And yeah, got into that situation years ago. I mean, years ago in my early 20s. And I was in between something. When I say in between something, so I let it slide. But I knew.
Oh, you knew something was up.
I knew. I knew. In my early 20s. So I don't want nobody, but yeah, I knew. But it's like I kind of pushed it out my head, but I knew.
Well, Tracy talking about alcohol. She was sending him dirty text messages. Who the hell is him? Because I was asleep. I was asleep. I tell you right now, I ain't gonna sit up here and wait on your little funky cheating tail to come home at 3 o'clock in the morning. I ain't doing that.
Yeah. See, you women don't think. So, I mean, so why do you think women that do like have stepped out or cheated? Just like you hear the conversations. Well, you know what? I got to tighten this up because my man coming home from jail, and you was doing that.
This is after hour talk. Why?
Bath water and some vinegar. That's normal. That's what I hear the women talk about. Oh, I got to tighten this up. You gotta tighten. That's what they got to tighten it up. They got to tighten it up. So a man knows that somebody else been in there, and God forbid if you got that AAA that Veronica be holding in her hand.
Put me up there.
Yeah, and then she experienced something like that, then
I'm going to jail. I go down there and that thing sound like hello, all that.
No, it sound like that all the time with this. So you ain't gonna know the difference.
You got to get them with a low body count, baby. That thing will snap back now.
Yep. Low body count. That's right.
Aiming for the side, I tie a board to my tail and hope I don't fall in. That's it.
Yes.
I'm telling you, you walk in at 3 o'clock in the morning, you're going to see me with my little t-shirt to the side of the bed, my iPad laying on my chest, probably still on Pornhub or something. And I'm going to just be knockout sleep. So leave me alone.
Yeah, let Charlene what she said. She said, "Fatine, let me find out you checking panties." Now I ain't checking nobody panties. I ain't living like that. Never lived like that. Not checking.
No, you did not miss the letter, Alicia.
No, we just in here talking. We talking Sesame Street talk. Yeah, we talking Sesame Street talk right now.
Sesame Street talk. Victor probably would have the locks changed when she get home. Be sitting there looking out the window at her.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I ain't looking out the window. Them cameras going. I'm just calling the law. Hey, I got an intruder out there and they drunk. Please come to my premises and remove the threat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Of course.
John said we ain't helping nobody this week either.
Nobody.
Yes, we are.
He
See,
said we ain't hoping nobody.
Listen, so we started off with a little topic that Vic had up on his personal Facebook page. So we just wanted to jump on that right quick to see what everyone thought.
if they was gonna sit here, I just know that some of these women out here lying because I know they'll fight over some Peter. It's my hat. It's just not sitting right.
That's it. You know, this is it. I left that to the women to answer about this, and I do agree with Veronica that I can see younger, inexperienced women, fighting like that. I'm not talking about somebody jump up in your man's face and this, that, and other, but I've seen women fight for their man versus the Peter, but it's the whole package. I've seen a woman go in another woman's house to get her man. And I've seen that person also fight another woman because her man was doing his thing, and she loved him, and she was willing to fight for him, and she did. And that's what she did. And I mean, we can have opinions about it, but that was her. And that was her perspective,
Hey, for team, somebody said I ain't heard Big Bird. I ain't never heard Big Bird talk like
Big Bird is called Big Bird for some reason, John, not because he's hot.
I ain't heard it either, John.
Oh yeah.
Alicia says, much Peter that's out there. I hope they ain't fighting over community.
It is community Peter Bird.
All righty. So did we answer your question, Vic?
Yes, I think some of y'all women lying. Y'all say y'all won't fight over no wee wee, but you will. I know you will.
Let's say if it's disrespectful.
I know that tallywhacker had y'all doing some old kind of crazy mess, but whatever.
They got them electronic Peter Birds now.
Cheryl said, I can't do it. I'm gonna call back up.
Well, I ain't saying fighting over the man. Y'all fighting over the wee wee. That's what I'm saying. Would you fight over some Peter Bird?
Well, I mean, Audrey, it is what it is.
I think I hate to say it, but it's hard to say the Peter Bird. But I do understand what you're saying, Vic. So, but I kind of associate it with the man at the end of the day. But I've seen, where women, after a while, if you're not treating them right or whatever, they no matter how good it is, they gonna get out
now. Of it. They bold, John. He
lying. John, that's exactly what I'm talking about. John know exactly the situation I'm talking about. They driving states to fight each other.
Oh my goodness.
Woo! I'll tell you this, I ain't gonna fight over no coochie, but I'll fight somebody over some good fellatio now. We gonna have to scrap.
Wait, say that again?
I'm not fighting over no cat, but some good fellatio, you damn right.
I told you we need to start at 11:30 in the night sometime.
Oh, no.
Oh, you forgot you gotta go to bed.
Blame it on love.
Oh, I'm sorry, V. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Vic.
I'm with Vic. If you put that Peter down right, hitting the spot ain't never been hit, they're gonna fight over it. Blame it on love. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Whatever. Okay, one more, then we moving on to the letter.
Sovereign Ray says, here's the thing. I'm not going to fight a woman. We gonna fight. Once you tell me, well, what's that word? If you don't do this no more, you aren't doing this, I get rid of you. There is too many diseases out there for me to fight over someone that would put my health at risk. Goodbye. Yep. There's a lot of people that's putting it down and is safe, safely doing it.
All right, let's move along. Let's get into this email letter, shall we? Y'all ready?
Let's go.
Vic kicking off the night with
Peter Bird.
this tangy topic.
Peter Bird.
Peter Bird.
I should
Peter
have
Bird.
held that one back until after the show, like 9:30. But it's all good. Let's get it. All right. So this sister's concerned. She says, my sister's always taking the kids. My sister's always taking the kids to see their father, but he never makes any effort to come see them. My parents and I keep telling her to make him get off his rump and have him drive 40 miles to come see his kids. Every other weekend, she's always complaining about having to drive to take my nephews to see their dad. He works, and yes, he has transportation to get back and forth. He told my sister once that if she wants him to get them every other weekend, then she will have to provide the transportation. He said he will not be up and down the road putting miles on his car. She even asked if he would meet her halfway, and he said no. He is a great provider when it comes to things that the boys need, but it seemed to me that he could care less if he spend quality time with them or not. They went through a nasty breakup, but that doesn't have anything to do with the boys. The boys are ages 6 and 8, and I feel it is critical for them to spend time with their dad, so I would never tell my sister not to go take them. I feel like she should be stern with him and put her foot down. What do you all think about this situation? So when I read this, we love to say that, siblings and all family, friends should stay out of their other people mess. But I get where she's coming from. She's trying to look out for her sister. But at the same time, you said what you said to your sister, let it go. You don't have to keep drilling something in someone's head, because I feel like if the sister know that this man should be coming to get these boys, sometimes she shouldn't have to. 40 miles is a long way. And you're talking about 40 miles to him and 40 miles coming back. That's a lot. I feel like when it comes to the kids, I feel like parents should meet halfway. Say one weekend, if she takes him to the father, then I feel like to return the kids, I feel like he should bring them to her. Make it even. Don't have her coming to meet him every other weekend. Those are your kids too. So you should put effort in trying to see your kids as well. She shouldn't have to be doing all this driving. Like I said, you can even meet her halfway. Do 20 miles, she do 20 miles. You meet halfway. Kids should not be put in the middle of when it comes to parents bickering. She said they had a bad breakup. Okay, so evidently he is still mad about the breakup or whatever. So it's like he's putting the kids in the middle. So if she don't take the kids to him, that means that he would never see the kids, because he already said he's not putting miles on his vehicle to come get the boys, which is crazy to me. Those are your boys as well as hers. So I feel like when it comes to parents, like I said, on this thing where they have to, the dad get them every other weekend, then they should switch up. Like, come on, give me halfway. We're in it together. Victor?
So before I say, I just want to put this comment up here. Tell your damn sister and her old ass mama to mind their business. So to stay on topic, and then I'll venture off later. The thing is that I see about this whole situation is she's trying to force the child and the father to have a relationship. So if you really want your kids to have a relationship with their father, you need to take him to court and get that in a document in your child visitation agreement, that either he has to or not, because if not, you can be reimbursed. So legally, there are some things she can do to have him come and get them, or he could be found in contempt of court. But if she is forcing a relationship and she's going all this, in my opinion, ma'am, you doing too much. Not the sister, but the actual woman that's doing it. So in my opinion, you're you're actually putting forth effort for him to be a good father. And as a father, these kids ain't asked to be here. You should at the very least, meet her halfway.
Right.
15.
All right, so I'm gonna dissect this letter a little bit. So she said that they had a bad breakup. So number one, a lot of times when people have bad breakups, they use the kids as pawns or tools at the end of the day. And in the letter it says, well, even though they had a bad breakup, what that got to do with the kids. Unfortunately, you're right. It shouldn't have right to do with the kids, but when we don't know what the breakup is, we don't know what caused the breakup. What happens if hypothetically she caused the breakup? We like to look at the men. Oh, the men caused. What if she caused the breakup? What he called her cheating or something like that? At the end of the day, and they broke up, and he's like, I'm not putting in the effort. I'll be a father to my kids, but I'm not driving. You caused this breakup, this, that, and other. That's hypothetically, I don't know, but the sister did say in the letter that he is a good provider for the children, but he's put his foot down and said he's not going to do it. So my advice is, I'm not going to say the sister should mind her business. She said what she had to say to the sister. She has a right to say what she wanted to say to her own sister. Her sister complains about it, but she still does it. I commend the sister for continuing to allow her sons at such an impressionable age, even though she's going the extra mile to drive these miles so her kids could have a relationship with their father. We look at it from, well, she's doing too much. Yeah, from our opinion, she may be doing too much from our opinion, but from her point of view, she feels that in this world, these boys need to know their father and have a relationship. And even if he's a sorry ass, I'm still willing to do it, even though I complain about it. So I don't want to be disrespectful to nobody, but I do agree. The sister should mind her business, say what she say, and then leave it alone and let her sister handle it the best way that she can. And then, like Victor said, if there is some other means that she is really getting tired, then look into some legal action to, like you just said, Victor, get reimbursed. So you understand, even though it gets a little tiring, I know a lot of women that travel to see their kid's father that's in jail doing 25 to life. This man is not in jail. He could meet her halfway. We could have all our opinions, but I respect her for at least going the extra mile of allowing her children to have a relationship with the father.
So I would say Cynthia says there's a lot more to this story.
Probably so. That's why I say there's a lot of. That's why I threw a little hypothetical in there. But
but that hypothetical did not make sense because I don't care. I don't care who cheated. That has nothing to do with those kids.
No, it does. Yes, it does, Veronica. Yeah, if I come home and cut you in that room with your legs up, then you can't tell me nothing.
You can't tell me nothing. Take away from you seeing your kids.
And I am seeing them when she bring them because her ass put us in this situation. I ain't driving that way.
So if your sons or your daughters be like, Dad, I want to see you, Mom won't bring us. So just because Mom won't bring them, you're not going to take the effort of going to see your own kids?
I don't know what that's why we say we don't know what the story is. Well, if you asking me that,
yes,
and I came home and caught your ass like that, I'm telling you, you're not getting an inch. You're not getting an inch. You put us in this situation, you're going to do more.
But that has nothing to do with the kids. So you're taking it out, and not only are you taking
that's
it out on
how I'm doing that. I'm just saying
it out on the kids as well.
And that's why I started. And you go back to my beginning statement. I said that somebody said, the sister said in the letter that they had a bad breakup, but what does that have to do with the kids? And I said, unfortunately, it sometimes tie into the kids because of how the breakup comes. So for me, it's different. I'm a father. I would probably do more for my kids than that, but I'm giving you the other side that when a man is hurt or a person is hurt, that sometimes they are going to take the situation out, even though it's not right.
Right.
They're going to take that out on the mother because it's a way of getting back because your ass shouldn't have got caught like that.
But that's crazy though. Because
I know it may be crazy, but that's how reality is out here.
That's why a lot of kids are hurting inside.
That's true.
They grow up with so much.
I agree.
What they deal with.
I agree. But the damn parents need to act more responsible.
I don't care who cheated. If I cheated, you still should have enough respect for your kids to come see your kids.
I hear you.
Point
I'm not
blank.
saying I wouldn't. Me personally, as 15, I have a soft heart. But what I'm saying is I'm looking at this from both sides. Me and Victor can give our own opinion here. I know some men that under that circumstance, you can call till the cows come home. They ain't bending. And that's all I'm trying to say.
Go ahead, Vic.
So I ain't gonna say I feel personally attacked, but Audrey says, I will admit though, I would take my sons to my ex-husband, but only because he drinks beer and I don't want him driving. Audrey, I feel attacked because I used to be there too, drinking beer. So I understand why you was driving. And maybe that is a reason why she's making this drive. I give her no.
And there could be reasons. That's what I'm trying to say. She could be on her. Let's just stick with the story that I said. If she knew that she did something wrong, and this is hypothetically, if she did something wrong, she may feel obligated because she caused this mess. That's what I'm trying to say, that you're looking at it. We don't know what it is. But you got to realize if she caused this mess, it's not the kids, but she may feel obligated to say, you know what, I did do this. I'm willing to go to inch because we wouldn't be in this mess if I didn't do this. So that's all I'm saying. We don't know what the situation is.
Huh?
Juice man with you.
Yep.
That's right.
I'm with V. What I did has nothing to do with the kids, point blank. I mean, we all say that until we go through that shit and really let it be something that is real nasty, and that person is nasty. I'm telling you, I've seen it. And sometimes the other person don't want to take it out on the kids, but they can't get along with the mother or the father that it falls on the kids. I hate to say that, but I've seen it
a lot. And it's sad because the kids was not asked to be here. And for them to take it out on involve the kids by you not wanting to see your kids because you have something to do because you're mad at the mother, or you mad at the father. And let me say, a lot of women, they are bad about that too, because they so pissed at the man. The man have moved on to somebody else, or he cheated on them or whatever. They keep them kids away from their dad. I would never understand it.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the kid's fault.
That's why I commend the woman, because see, we like to throw daggers, but this woman is for whatever the circumstances. And now take the hypothetical out and deal with the letter. Whatever the circumstances is, she wants them kids to have a relationship with their kid's father, and he's a good provider for them. So the only thing he's not doing is he's not driving to the kids. Okay, let's look at this. She didn't say he was a deadbeat. I gotta go there. He don't do nothing for the kids. He's a good provider for them. She just has to drive. So she doesn't doing the extra mile. It's not that serious, y'all. It's just not. No,
it is.
No, it's not.
Because
40 miles, too. 40 miles, you get there in 30 minutes. Stop that.
40 miles. And gas is expensive. Right, 70. Exactly.
70.
Gas is expensive.
I ride 95.
You can meet me halfway. If anything, meet me halfway.
He said he ain't doing that, but he's a good provider, but I ain't driving. You can't see, I keep telling y'all keep trying to dictate. Now, if she says, you know what, you won't see your kids because I'm not coming, now we can get into, well, he can. But he said, I'm not driving, and she's doing the drive. Even though she's complaining, she's doing it.
Because she's getting something in the deal. She getting some bird.
Something's happening.
Or she may not be getting the bird. She may just want her kids to have a relationship with their father.
And I commend her. And I commend her.
It's more to it. Listen, for me,
it's okay if a man to do that, but a woman can't do it.
For me to drive 80 miles, I'm getting something out the deal other than the satisfaction look on my kid's face. There's something else on why I'm there.
Or it could be something else that you caused. We don't know that. But if a man did that, they had to break up. Wait a minute. if they had a breakup and a man was driving those 40 miles, y'all wouldn't say that. Y'all say, oh, he's a good father. He's making sure the mom has a relationship with the kids. So what? So the woman is doing it now. So what's the problem? Y'all want to be 50-50 all the damn time. So now it's on the woman.
Well, I just feel like it's more to it's way more to the story.
Probably is.
Well,
Yeah,
well.
probably is.
So V, let me say this: a man's
Calm
relationship.
down.
Wait a minute. A man's relationship with his son is something that I'm not saying a man can't have a real good relationship with his daughter, but for those boys to be so impressionable, a man will go hell over high water to make sure his sons are taken care of and they're doing manly things. So I can see where Fatima is going when saying there's more to this story. She may have cheated. He might not want to come to that town. There's a lot of things that could be, we could throw in there. But the whole simple fact is that she should not be driving 40 miles in each direction to make sure he has a relationship with his kids. That is she is making sure that he is a good father. Because the minute she stops, the first thing he gonna say is, "You just keeping my kids away from me," and that's bullshit. Because you can go get your kids every other weekend.
See, so how she puts that on him, Victor, is don't go every other week and let's see what he does. Now, if he doesn't go, there's another kind of conversation to take place. You're right. But she's continuing to do this because he's a good provider. We don't know all this, but again, this is why it can go sway so many different ways. All I'm just saying that if the shoe was on the other foot and the man was doing it, y'all wouldn't be bitching and moaning about it because, the man is making sure that the mom's blah, blah, blah. So, but I do agree that he could do it.
This is the thing. If that man chose to do that and he don't want that woman driving 40 miles to him, if it's his choice, I commend him.
Yeah.
If it was her choice, I commend her. But she's complaining to her mom and her sister them about her having to drive these 40 miles to take her boys to see their dad. So it's not like it's something that she wants to do.
But she's doing it.
She's
complaining about it, but she's doing it.
So that they can have a relationship with their father.
And I commend her. And I kept saying I commend her. And just to answer Cheryl, I'm just dealing with the letter. First of all, I would go get first of all, I wouldn't wait every 2 weeks. I would make sure that my child has sufficient time with me.
Oh, you'll wait every 2 weeks if that's the court order.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying I'm answering Cheryl. She asked me a question. So I'm just saying whatever the situation is, I'm going to deal with it and make sure that I'm present in my kid's life. So I'm not that irresponsible. I'm just dealing with the letter and looking at it from this perspective. What he said in the letter, he said, I'm not doing this. She's complaining, but she's doing it. So I commend her. I applaud her. But what else more do you want me to do? We can keep saying he could, but he ain't. And she is. So right now, and and she said he's a good provider. So she's going the extra mile, complaining about it, but she's still doing it. We complain about going to our job, we still do it.
Well, we're getting something out of the deal.
And that's what you said. That's why I kind of looked at you and said, yeah, there's something coming out of the deal, Vic. I agree with you.
Well, I believe what's coming out of the deal is what Cheryl says. She getting the bird. She getting some Peter Bird on the side. And or there's a reason why she's doing that. I just don't feel like when you're driving 80 miles round trip in a day just to drop your kids off to their father, I really think there's more to it than that. I feel like for her to take that effort. Now, if she would have wrote the letter, we probably would have got more details. But I'm pretty sure she's not telling her sister that he's still knocking the dust off of it. I'm pretty sure she ain't saying that to her sister. But I feel like she's doing too much. But she's getting a bonus package. V, she dropping them kids off. Y'all go around there and play. You get your wig turned to the side and send your wet ass back home. That's exactly what's happening.
I don't know. I'm kind of stuck. Like I just
Oh,
feel
you
like she's.
stuck in between me and that wall. That's exactly what the hell is going on.
I feel like she is doing that so that her kids can see their dad, because she know if she do not get on that road to take them, he will not come to see them. So she feel that she is doing the motherly thing in taking the kids so that they can have time with their
So what is,
father.
let me ask you this, Veronica. Let's honestly, even though she's complaining about it, what is wrong with it? What is morally wrong? Well, if she's doing that and she's going the extra mile for the kids, what's wrong with it then?
I'm not saying anything is wrong with it, because that's her choice.
Mm-hmm.
Do that every other weekend, to drive those 80 miles. That's her choice. And I feel like she's I feel like she's doing it for a great cause, because I definitely would want my son to have a relationship with his dad. So I feel like that's the only reason why she is doing it, so that they can have a
Mm-hmm.
relationship with this man.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see anything wrong with it. I just feel I see something wrong with it on his part, because you are their father. You need to be coming to meet her halfway, or like I said, y'all swapping. She take them there, you bring them back.
Oh, were they swapping? They swapping bodily
Spit.
fluids when she
Body
dropped them
fluid. Yeah.
kids off.
There you go.
And he dropping some kids off while she
I
getting
Mhm.
them
don't want to
pregnant.
believe that.
Okay.
And you know what? And Veronica, again, I'm not saying you're wrong. And the reason why, and some people think I'm passionate about just driving a point home sometimes, just to look at it from that perspective. But with my kids, I remember dropping with my friend's husband would come by. My friend's husband would come by and pick up my daughters, and I'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna come pick them up." And he was like, Fatine, you watching the game, I'll bring them back, And I was like, that you going the extra mile, and I appreciate it. But I'm into give and take. So Veronica, yes, I do agree that these are both your children, that you can do a better job. But I'm just looking at the letter and what he said, and we don't know all the story. He said what he's not going to do. And the woman is taking the high road, even though she's complaining about it, she's doing that.
So what Sean, I'll tell you this, Shonda Harris, I agree with you. I'm not driving 80 miles, but if you don't want to come and see him, okay, bet. FaceTime, here kids, here your daddy. Now you tell them why they ain't seeing you this weekend. Put his punk ass on the spot and make him be a parent.
You can do that.
I know we could what if and why she driving, but the main issue here is that she is having to drive 40 miles one way and 40 miles to go back home. But the lady
That's
never
right.
said, I mean, hell, that's 160 miles one weekend, bro. That's a half a tank of gas. That's crazy.
Yeah, and I agree. Again, I'm not sitting here saying that. I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing with you. But what Victor, you said, if you put those children on FaceTime and do that, I don't know when this woman is taking care of those kids that weekend and that week before she takes them there, that those kids are not crying for their father, that she feels bad, and she knows that the kids want to see their father. And if she don't do it, that's why there's a reason why she's doing it. And it doesn't have to be, even though you don't want to say the Peter Bird, and it could be, but it could be because her children are yearning for their father. And she knows, if I don't do it, it won't get done.
Right.
And so she's not saying hell with it. She's going the extra mile, because when you have them kids and you look at them kids and you see that father in them children, and it hurts you when they say, that where's daddy and this, that, and other. Sometimes you'll go the extra mile for your children.
Right.
So I'm going to say this. If she is driving 40 miles back and forth, that means that man that lives in her town told her, hurry up and go and drop them kids off and come on back.
I thought about that too.
Regardless of the fact, Dick is driving the car. Let's just go ahead and say that. That's exactly what's happening. Either way, this woman is getting her back blown out. She get her back blown out either 40 miles this way or 80 miles this way.
I mean, well, that's the thing. You got to understand, we as mothers, you know, the ones that are, you know, taking care of their kids on their own or whatever, they want free time. And Roland had said something earlier
Oh,
up in the
did it?
comments.
So, I,
She may
but
be getting her break from having the kids all the time by
so
dropping.
that's another way he could use the kids to hate on her. He could use them kids there. She got the, okay, you can't find no babysitter because they little boys. So they boys. So he like, well, shit, if I leave them there, I know you can't find nobody else while you got them chilling. I'm gonna hit old Susie Rotten crotch up the street and come on back to the crib. I know you're gonna bring them anyway. I'm just saying, I just feel like he is using the kids as pawns in whatever game he's playing. But either way, it's a game, and he is the damn chess master, and she's just a piece on the board. That's how I feel. He using them kids.
Yeah. Maybe he want to see her.
But he can still see her picking her up, picking the kids up. He can always see her.
I'm talking about see her. Maybe she have a man back in town, and he know that she, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? Do she live with someone? Like, a lot of the story is missing.
I tell you right now, she living with a man. That man will tell you, you ain't doing that. Not shit. No, that my gas. He can bring his. We can meet him. We can meet him in Darlington. But I ain't driving all the way to damn Chesterfield. That ain't about the damn house.
And in the same way that I go hard at women not telling men what to do, I ain't gonna let no man tell me what to do with my kids with their father. If that's what I want to do, and I want my kids to see their father, and yeah, it don't sound right, but I'm gonna do that, then I'm gonna do that. See, that's what I'm saying. So I go both ways. So if that's what she wants to do with her kids to see their father, then hell with it. Hell with it. Then that man, get your ass out of here. Or I get my own place. You know, man. No, but you don't dictate what I do with my kids. My kids with their father.
Well, Victor, you here for tea? Ain't no man gonna tell him what to do with his kids.
Well, see,
no woman.
See, the thing is that you are saying nobody could. We're focusing on the letter, and I get it. But the thing is that this woman is actually playing kind of both roles here. She's making sure the father sees the kids. She's making sure the kids have a good relationship. And she's killing 2.5 hours of her time that she could be living her best life. And then to go pick the kids up, you still cutting your weekend short because you doing that. And that is this guy to me seems like he's very controlling, like what Bree said, and he's controlling the situation. Come get these kids, because if she knows the kids going to school Monday, she got to go get them. So it's what it is, though. But I believe if she had a man, that man would tell him, no, we ain't doing that. He can either halfway or no way.
And I understand that. Yeah, and I understand that. And I kind of put you in both those roles, Victor. When I say I think about if you was that man and you put your foot down, nobody gonna budge you. And then I put you on the other end of the fence that if she was your woman now, you would say, now you ain't gonna be doing that. And I understand both of them. But as I've said before, again, I understand, and I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that I've said before what women are not going to tell men to do. I just think that at the end of the day, I do think common sense come in here. And we can all come down to common sense and say that this man could do better in a sense of the transportation with his kids. But since he said he's not going to do it, and the sister wants her children to have a relationship with the father, she is taking the extra step and the extra mile to do that right now. It may change after a while, but right now she's doing that. And I commend her, even though we would say it could be done differently. If she don't do it, it ain't gonna get done. So I commend the sister for doing what she's doing right now.
So Michelle says, I agree with you, Fatine. No one's going to tell me what I can do with my kids. So with that being said, if I was your man, Michelle, or your cub, since you're a whole jaguar here, I couldn't be your man no more, because I get it. No one can tell you what to do with your kids. You are 100% right. But if I'm your dude, my job is to protect you and protect our household and protect our finances. And we are burning a half a tank of gas in a weekend. So you ain't even started work yet. And we're burning gas and taking out of our household and taking time that I could be blowing your damn back out to go drop these snotty-nosed kids off that I've been waiting to let them get dropped off anyway, to go see their sorry ass daddy. Like, nah, go ahead and let them stay here, meet us halfway. It is what it is. That's just how I feel.
I do believe that most men will tell their woman that you ain't
Ask, request.
Whatever.
No, because see,
Ask.
and that's the thing, when you start using them kind of verbs, tell, and all that, you have to give light suggestions to women, especially when it comes to their kids. You can't sit up here and tell a woman or a man what to do with their kids. You have to make a suggestion. So I agree with you, Fatim, that nobody go tell you what to do with your children, but you have to. That to me, that would be a deal breaker. I'd be like, you know what?
But but a lot of times we don't say that. Like, I feel like you should. No, you come straight out and you say, yo, you ain't getting ready to get on the road, no 40, 80 miles. You know, some of y'all do talk like that.
We do,
but
that
man that you ain't getting ready to get on no road.
What a man that saying that, he coming like that. Well, some of us got to make suggestions. Put me up there, V. Yeah, I got to make light suggestions. I got to say, well,
you know, shut up.
Yeah, as soon as you say, well, shut up. That's it.
I'm making these decisions. Okay.
That's it. But you see what happens is you cause. So I give you a little scenario. Hope. Truth. My first wife had a child before she met me. Guys locked up when the baby's born. I'm not in the picture. I don't know. He gets locked up. So when I meet her, the child is growing up. Before, and then we get into a relationship. He comes out of jail. He wants to see his daughter. Fatim is not gonna say I have no reason to say why this man cannot see his daughter. I have no right to even say that. You understand? There's no abuse there. He went to jail. But she said, okay, you meet me, not at our house, but you meet me at my grandparents' house, which is about, it was 15 minutes away from my house. He had to travel from another borough, and he came and picked up his daughter, took out for the day and came back, and she met him there, and that's that. So it was conversation. It was compromise on what needed to be done. That's when you work together and you make things happen. But in this situation, we don't know what the breakup was. So we commented on a lot of information we don't have. So we have to draw our conclusion. That's why I commend her.
But why we got to meet at the grandma, like, I get that situation.
Okay.
I would, the only reason I would want to meet at your people's house is for me to try to get my foot back in that door. But if you meet in a public place, there is no outside factors weighing in.
It was her grandmother's house, not his grandmother's house. It was her grandmother's house. And he had a beef. He already had a beef that he lost his woman because he thought that she was going to wait for him. She met me. So she got in a relationship with me. So this is interesting what you said about how people take it out. Honestly, he was mad at me. Don't know me from Adam. He mad at me because I'm blocking him for getting back with his child's mom. So it caused us to have friction because as soon as he says something disrespectful, if y'all see me here, y'all won't know that when I'm upset. So me and him are going at this. So it didn't make sense for him to come over to us because she already realized this is explosive. So we can't be in the same vicinity. But I did support him having a relationship with his child. So they made up the place, and that was where it was at. And I supported that.
So what I was saying was when you meet at a home of someone else, there's always an outside factor that's there weighing in on the situation. If you meet at a public place, it's mutual. There's no outside factors. Ain't no cousins coming through. Hey, man, what's up, bro? Ain't none of that shit. You don't feel awkward
going
up to somebody's grandmother's house and saying, "Hey, my daughter, oh, they go, yo, sorry." I mean, anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
Yeah, well,
come on in, baby, you hungry? And it's like, well, why are you feeding this dude? So I just feel like meeting in a public place, if there is a tiff or a new dude, is a whole lot better than meeting at a personal spot.
I hear you.
Victor.
You know I can't read that.
I
Why y'all
read it.
don't even realize maybe the daddy don't want to come her way because of her nappy ass hair sister and old ass mama stay in their business. The young lady just don't want to tell mom and sister that they're the reason that he don't even want to come there.
Could be.
I agree with Stevenson. I mean, he's right. He's right.
It could be right. Because a lot of times you got to realize you don't know what the breakup is. You don't know how family is. And sometimes family, family want to run their mouth and act
with the kids. What does that have to do with the kids?
because y'all don't realize it. It sounds good on paper, but when it comes to emotion, Veronica, common sense goes out the door when people get upset. And when they get upset at people, yes, your common sense statement is correct, but that goes out the window when emotion gets involved.
So, Shonda says it's not about someone telling you what to do with your kids. That's just dumb to me as a mother. He either gonna do his part or him. And I agree with her. Like, I guess that goes back to when we were talking about nobody can tell you what to do with your kids. And it's you at some point in time, you have to, I ain't gonna say you have to, but it's good to have an outside force. So someone who cares about me, that to say, okay, Vic or whoever, you doing too much. Let's see, let the mother figure it out, or let the father figure it out. Because sometimes the kids need to be disappointed in order for them to realize that one parent is doing more than the other parent, or one parent has their back more than the other parent. So sometimes you have to let your kids be let down in order for them to see, hey, my daddy really ain't here for me. My mama is the one that's doing everything, because the kids like, okay, I'm going to see my dad. I'm going to see my daddy. But they don't understand that mama got a 160-mile trip through the whole weekend, because if she don't make the trip, your daddy ain't gonna come and see you for whatever reason. He don't want to come and see you. So I feel like let them kids down, and then let him stew in his shit for a little while, and then them kids will say, why we ain't going to see my daddy? Here you go. Go ask your daddy why he ain't coming to get you.
Yeah, I mean, I feel you on that. I definitely, I don't know about that every other weekend thing. Maybe once a month, but every other weekend, and he's not even trying to make the sacrifice of meeting me halfway.
If you ain't want to meet me halfway, you met me halfway when we met them kids. I mean, we made them kids. Now, granted, it only probably lasts 3 to 7 minutes, but we both was dating.
Didn't we say on this show numerous times what we need to be transparent, what we gonna do and what we ain't gonna do?
That's true.
All right, he say what he ain't gonna do. Now it's on her. She can shut it down, or she can continue.
I agree with you, bro. I agree with you.
That's it. And what she's doing, I am not dogging her. I commend her till she and does what you say, Victor. Right now, those kids are very impressionable because they're very young. But there's gonna be a weekend that my tire just blew out, or I just got a flat. I put the spare on and I can't drive. And I let them know that I can't drive. Now, bottom line is she already know he ain't gonna give a damn. Well, and you know, she may get tired of doing this, and then she may change it. But right now, sis, again, I don't know what to say to her. She didn't write the letter. She didn't ask her for advice. So I don't know what to tell her. I don't know. The sister wrote this damn letter.
I know what to tell her, because I feel bad for her. You know, excuse me. Because I deep down inside feel
Deep down feel bad for her.
You said deep down. I thought you said, excuse me, I thought you said dick down. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You go ahead, Verada. You deep down. Sorry. Go ahead.
Because I feel like she want these kids to have this relationship with their dad so bad that she is willing to make these long drives every other weekend. I think that is the only reason why she's doing it. And Yeah, she may be, because if she takes them there on a Friday and she don't have to pick them up till Sunday, I feel like she's, she's like, okay, this is my free time because I have them all the time. Not only do she want them to have a relationship with their dad, but she wants some me time as well. Because who knows? Does she have help with the kids? She may have the kids 24/7 on her own. I feel bad for her or any parent that has
So
to go through raising a child alone.
I would say
Because it's
this:
not making
listening,
any effort.
and the more and more I try to picture what this woman looks like and her demeanor, just by us describing this and what the sister, this woman has a very low self-esteem in my opinion. And I might be pulling this shit out the air, but ain't I shouldn't say ain't no. There isn't a woman alive that is on her SHIT is going to drive 40 and 40 just so her kids can see their daddy, unless she's getting something bigger out of it than just that.
Well, so Victor, she could be getting something. She could be getting something out of it, and it could just be this. She may not have had a relationship with her own father, and she wants them children to have a relationship with their father. She may not want to repeat the cycle. I keep saying that. Why are we beating her up? Because at the end of the day, she is doing a commendable thing. Why are we beating her up? She don't need to be beaten up, and I'm not going to beat this woman up. But I will take her sides if she say, you know what, I've tried this. I asked you to meet me halfway. I'm not coming I'm not coming every other weekend. I'll come once a month or I'll come every other month. If you want to meet me halfway, then we can get back and talk about this. I'm on her side there too. But right now, if she's willing to do this, I commend the sister. If I knew the sister, I would chip in and give her some gas money because I commend her because a mother will do what they got to do for their cubs, even if it's going across the line at the end of the day. So that's why I said I'm not going to beat this woman.
I ain't giving up no gas money unless we doing it. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. Boy, gas $5. No.
Bree says she is trying to save her kids some heartache, but they already know that is mommy don't take that. If mommy don't take us to see daddy, they not going to see daddy.
See daddy. And she's just taking the high road on that.
Like, she wants those kids to have a relationship with their dad. Like, that's how I feel. Like, she really want them.
She does. And she gets a bell from me.
Thank you. Veronica, how you feel bad for her and she didn't even write the letter? And a lot of information are missing out of the letter. Okay, that may be true, but I'm going by what the sister is telling us in the letter. The sister got to know something about what's going on. I'm quite sure she's venting to the sister and her parents because she said in the letter, my parents and I keep telling her to make him get off his rump and have him drive 40 miles to come see his kids. So evidently she is venting to her family about the situation. So if you're a great provider to your kids, when they need something, he's a great provider, she says in the letter. But I mean, and a lot of people get that twisted. Just because you're a great provider doesn't mean that you stop everything else. Money doesn't buy happiness. Money doesn't put love in your heart. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah, it can buy you things. It can make the kids not want for anything, but they need that affection from their dad. They need that affection from their parents. They need that love. They need for you to show them, not just buy them things.
They need that stuff too.
Yeah. So Cheryl wait. Cheryl said, so for teen giving out gas money. We can discuss why I'm giving out gas money. We can discuss that.
I mean, we got some time. Go ahead and discuss it, bro.
Right. No, we that's a personal conversation. Excuse me.
Well, I don't say why I'm gonna give out gas money. There's only two reasons I'm giving out gas money. Either I'm in the car, or you passing out something that rhyme with gas. So that's the only way I'm giving out some gas money. Other than that, they get nothing from me. You be riding up and down the street, with somebody else in the car. No.
If she starts doing that, she will start something that she can't finish. Trust me, I know. I have done it just for a peace of mind until they can call him themselves on their cell phone. Then the children in them started looking at me sideways when I started saying no.
Thank you, Natasha, because you're telling us from experience. And when them kids start looking at you sideways, it causes a whole downward effect because now they're looking at you sideways, they getting upset, you getting upset that the kids are getting upset, and you know you going the extra mile for them,
Right.
but they children, now you yelling at them, and now it causes a domino effect again.
And these boys are 6 and 8.
That's why she's doing what she's doing. That
Yep.
may change when they 13
Right.
and 15. She
When
may
they
not be
see it.
doing this no more like that.
So what Bree saying is right. That is such an oxymoron. How is he a great provider, but won't show up?
That's what I'm saying. Some men
That don't go together.
think that just because they provide for their kids, they don't have to do anything else but provide.
Well, provide mean that
that's what
he's a
y'all
good,
want.
he's a good,
That
he's
ain't
a
what I
good.
want. I want the whole package.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
you
you
ain't
want
getting the
her-
whole package if you broken up. You ain't getting
you
the
want-
whole
you want-
package
Yes,
if they
I am
broken
getting the
up.
whole
So
package.
now he got to
I'm getting the whole package, and you know why? Because
the
those are
bird.
your kids as well. It's
you
not
want
just
the
my
bird.
kids.
right, but the whole
It's your
package.
kids.
But the whole package because he ain't driving. So at the end of the day, because he's not driving, don't mean he's not a good provider. So all of a sudden, if he's driving to drive back, now he's a great provider. Now you can put that tag on him, but he's paying, he's teaching these children, they respect him, he's teaching them about life, but he's effed up and not going for whatever his reason is. Oh, now he's not a good provider. But now if he's going halfway, now he's a great
Well, wait a
provider.
minute. He's only teaching them because of her. If it weren't for her, he wouldn't be teaching.
I didn't put this in the damn letter. The sister did. So I don't know. She said he's a good provider. So if the sister who's pissed and said he's a good provider, he's doing something right. He's not doing everything right, but he's doing something right. And she's saying he's a good provider to them children.
In his defense, in his defense, most women look for a provider first before they look for a wholesome man. They'll look to see, hey, he's making money, he dressed nice, he got this, he keep $40 on him, his gas tank stay full, but you don't look to see this man really ain't shit. You ain't really looking at that. Up until y'all done had 2 kids,
You're right.
and now he won't come pick his kids up.
You're
So
right.
that's her damn fault, to be honest with you.
Yep.
Because she knew this dude was like that.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I agree, he trash, but she the damn garbage can.
Well, I don't call him trash if the sister said he's a good provider, but you know, he got some trash.
Court ordered now. That's got to be court. I feel like that's court order.
And then I'm not gonna knock that. I'm not gonna go against that.
Sure, I'm trying to figure out why they can't get the whole package if the parents are not together. Why can't they get the whole package?
That is the whole package.
Because we don't know what the breakup is. And even Veronica, we cannot argue what you're saying in a sense of
saying that when I said I want the whole package, even if we're not together, and you said no, you can't get the whole package. Why can't?
No. That's not what I said. Is you want to get the whole package, and I said, oh, all of a sudden he's not a good provider because she can't get the whole package in a sense of him driving halfway or meeting her halfway. That's what I'm saying. So if he don't drive the whole way, she can't get the whole package, but that don't take away from him still being a good provider. That's what I'm saying.
So Natasha said, and Natasha hit it dead on the head. Sometimes we as single mothers can make deadbeat fathers look good with their money and time. They damn sure will. Because I know so many women. That'll sit here and be providing for their kids, but will not trash the baby father, because if they do, he really is gonna step outside them kids' life.
But the sister said this. The sister said he is. Now remember, the sister complained. She said that my sister complained because she has to do this drive. But this man is a good provider. The sister said it. That's an outside person that said the man is a good provider.
And that's what we're saying. That is exactly what Natasha's saying. A mother can make it look like that. So this woman saying to see these kids dressed nice and doing this, but who's to say that that ain't her money and she just don't want people in her business? I'm not knocking this dude. He may be sending shit back. He may be. But the fact of the matter is he needs to do more for those kids. And the least he can do is meet her halfway.
Wait a minute. Wait. He needs to wait. How, he's a good provider, but you said
I never said
I
he was a
know.
good provider.
Right. The sister said he's a good provider. Now you saying, Victor, he needs to do more for the kids. Now I would agree. I disagree with you on that. I agree with you that he should do more with, in the sense of working with the moms to see his kids. I agree with that, but I can't say, because there's nothing to indicate that he doesn't provide for his kids. So I can't sit there and say he needs to do more for the kids. From what perspective? You mean going to see them?
So let me say this, bro.
He's seeing them every other weekend. Remember that.
What if it wasn't for her though?
So
but it doesn't matter. He's still seeing them.
So let me say this. A man can give all the money. He can give half. If the man make $100,000 a year and he give this woman $50,000 a year to take care of them kids on top of what she making, them kids still, when they hit a home run or score a touchdown, want to look over there and see their daddy. And if you not there, yes, you are a good provider, but you ain't shit. That's just how I feel. Unless you just physically can't be there. Them kids don't give a damn about how much at some age, at the younger ages, they really don't give a damn how much money you spend. I mean, sending, because that shit don't matter. I got all these new Jordans, I got all this, but Billy and Joey over here that got both parents that may not have the best, but both their mama and their daddy is in the stands. And for the kids to sit here and say, and that's a hard feeling for a child to walk up to another child and say, man, I ain't never seen your daddy before. Where he at? Oh, my daddy is good provider.
It's way more than providing.
But the thing is, donuts for dads really mean a lot. Them father-daughter dances, that shit really mean a lot. So I don't give a shit how much money you give, bro. You still got to be there.
All right. So I'm glad y'all went there.
Yep.
Because I'm going to tell you why I agree with you. I agree with you. But I'm coming back somewhere that we've been there before. And I say, you women, get ready to get on your ass, because y'all ain't gonna probably like what I'm gonna say. I've told y'all this before. If I had kids before my relationship, or if I have kids during my relationship, I'm gonna be a father to them. I'm not hiding no child. Now, that means I'm gonna be a father to them. So what you just said, and being at that game or going to that jump rope competition with their girls or whatever, I'm gonna do it. As an adult, I may have been irresponsible. If I had kids before, it's not about being irresponsible. But let's just say I stepped out or whatever and had a child, I'm still going to be a father. For what y'all said, and I agree with you, I'm going to be a father no matter what nobody said. But see, you got to realize this works a lot of ways around the clock. Because just as you say this, I hear the women jump on our ass. Well, he stepped out and this, I ain't going to let them bring over this kid to the house. And he didn't. Oh, but now, I want to be a whole package to my child. You see what I'm saying? Be careful with what you say. Be careful when you say the man needs to be a whole package, and then he got to come home and say Lulu across the street or down the block or up the next town guy is pregnant by me, and I am going to be a father, and my child's going to know that child, even if I have to take my children to see that child. You ain't got nothing to say to me from me saying I want to be the whole package to all my kids. Be careful, ladies and gentlemen, on that.
So, okay.
I'm just telling you, it works both ways.
I get it. But what I'm getting at with him is for him not to even meet her halfway, I am assuming that he don't show up to the school.
Sorry.
That's what I'm assuming. I'm assuming for parent-teacher conference, he ain't coming. Baseball games, all this shit. This is just my assumption. Yes, you can be a damn good provider, but a shitty parent.
Yes.
That's
true. Yeah. That's true. You ain't got no argument for me on that one.
True.
You ain't got no argument, but you don't have no argument. And that even goes through. That's why I'm saying, that's why I keep telling you, Victor. And Veronica didn't really drive this home, but you did, Victor, on this. And I'm not saying you wasn't wrong, but when you keep saying put that man on child support and that's going to guarantee, that sometimes turns a man off. So now you getting the money, but I ain't showing up to the baseball game. You shouldn't have put me through the system. Wait. Let me just say, because I said I would still be there for my children, but you still put me on the system, in the system, when I said I'm going to be there for my child. I'm going to be a good provider. I'm going to financially do what I got to do. But no, you ran down there and put me on the system or in the system. Now I'm not going to show up to the games. And that's what I'm trying to say to you, Veronica. That's where the emotional part comes in, that you get upset because that didn't have to take place. And when somebody does that, it makes a parent, even though you'll say, what the kids got to do with it, it's because of the action of one causes a reaction of another. Be careful. I'm telling you.
So Cheryl says she want a man that treats all his kids the same. You can't. You can't. You cannot treat all them the same. I don't treat all mine the same. I don't think that's possible. I just don't.
I mean, I'll be fair to my, you know what I'm saying? If I'm going to one daughter's event, I'm going to the other daughter's event. You know, I had 2 proms one time. I got to drop one daughter off. I got to come back. I got to wait for this one to get dressed. I got to drop her off. I did what I had to do because that's my responsibility. I love doing that as a father. I love doing that. And Cheryl, I'm saying sometimes the system is needed. I didn't say, I gave you an example that someone put somebody on the system. They didn't really need to do it. They just spitefully did it. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you do need the system. I'm never knocking the system if you got a deadbeat dad. I'm knocking people that put people on the system where they don't really have to put them on. And by them doing that can cause the reaction of a father or a parent not being there because of that action. That's all I'm saying.
Well, whether you put on the system or not, and this is just my personal opinion, whether you put on the system or not, that shouldn't turn you away from the child, because the child did not put you on the system. Right. The mother did. So in my opinion, for a man to get mad with the child, now I get it. When I first got put on child support, yeah, I didn't want to be around my kid's mother, but it wasn't about her. You know what I'm saying? If my son say, Daddy, I'm singing tonight, I'm sitting all the way on the other side. But you see me, hey.
Right, I'm there.
But I'm here, but I ain't sitting over there by your mama. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like some men, or I shouldn't say some men, when people get put on child support, they take it out on the kid.
Right. And I'm not saying this right.
Take it out. They can't.
Right. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that that's the reaction to all men, but I'm just telling you, I'm just trying, as Veronica says, and I totally agree with you, Veronica. I'm not fighting you. I'm just trying to explain. I'm trying to give the reason why I say this at times, so people will understand why some people do what they do. And you got to realize that is who they are. So what we're saying is they shouldn't do it, but we're dealing with different people that have different mindsets. People shouldn't get upset in an argument and escalate till they kill somebody. They shouldn't do it, but emotion takes you there. So I'm just saying that just understand that your action can cause a reaction that is not commonly done by everybody. It's just not. That's all I'm saying.
That's true.
The only reason I'm doing.
So Lisa shares a 1,000-page essay. She says when her ex-husband and her divorce, he didn't come see his daughters, even called them because he was still mad at her. But I didn't badmouth him. I tried my best to keep the communication open with the kids. I even tried to take them 2.5 hours where he lived. I got tired of that. He had to make an effort. My daughters are grown with kids of their own, and he still doesn't visit them like that. That affects them now. Right now, they don't even care if he comes or not.
Yep. That's what I'm saying.
Domino effect.
That's why I think that she is really trying to push for these kids to see their dad, because she don't want them to grow up.
That's what I'm saying right there.
Yeah, like I think that's why she's really pushing the fact, and she's driving these mouths to make sure that her kids see and spend time with their dad.
That's it. That's it, Veronica. That's all I'm saying.
They grow up and they're not seeing their dad like that. They're going to grow up not. They're going to grow up not. Either they're going to turn against their mom for not taking them to see their dad, or when they get older, they're going to realize their mom did everything she could for them to see their dad, and they're going to turn against their father. Right.
Or one day they're going to get older, because if it would be me, I respect my parents. I respected my parents, but my parents allowed me, as I got to a young adult, I can say without disrespect to them, because it wasn't about disrespect. But if my mother was going the extra mile for me, and then one day my father come out his face crooked, I'm gonna say, whoa, 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 Dad, hold on. You coming out crooked. What about when Ma was bringing me all the time and you didn't come see me? Whoa, hold on. Now, you my father, but right is right. Don't downplay Ma in front of me, and where Mom went the extra mile and you could have did better. See, that's what's gonna happen. See, and that's it. And some people say, oh, the father gonna knock you on your ass. Look, my daughter had to tell me some things that she said, I don't want to be disrespectful, but if she lay out the truth, she lay out the truth. And if she laid out the truth, I got to deal with it. See, we come from a lot of old school that what the parents say, they never wrong. But if you are saying something is right, then I'm not just, at the end of the day,
Yeah, I mean, we as parents are wrong a lot of times.
Yeah.
Just because we are parents, we make mistakes and we do things that we shouldn't do.
If your son told you was wrong about something,
we have to get called out on it.
Yeah. So if your son tells you you're wrong about something, Veronica, at the stage he's at now, but he's not disrespectful, but he'd be like, Ma, no, that's not right. It's wrong. You give him that leeway to have that conversation with you, correct?
What do you mean it's wrong? Why do you
like, let's just say he's not he's
not disrespecting me.
I'm just saying, you said, I'm going on what you said. You said we parents can be wrong at times. You are wrong on something. I didn't want to make up a hypothetical. Just if you're wrong on something and you're wrong, and your son say, Ma, nah, you're wrong on that. You be like, the teacher called home and said you was talking. And I was like, Ma, I don't lie. And he mistakenly said I was talking, but it was the next person. And your child don't lie. And he was like, well, the teacher wouldn't have called here. Is this? Ma, I'm telling you, you're wrong on this. You're wrong on this. It wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? And so do you give your child that kind of leeway? See, I give my children chance to grow as young adults. Because they hit 18, I train my children up that at 14, when I use the word, you got to be careful when you use disagree. I'm not talking about disagree. I don't want to put this on. I'm not talking about that. But my kids have called me out on something before, and you know what? They were right and I was wrong. And I listened. I know you might not, but when I call Victor, I gotta think of an example. I'm not saying I'm telling them something to do and they defiant. Not like that. I don't have disrespectful kids. Even to this day, I got good kids. I brought them up. I don't have no problem. But what I'm saying, if they call me out on something that I thought, because I'm the parent, sometimes I was wrong on something.
My kids better call me out in their sleep or away from me where I can hear.
Right, Patricia.
Well, I ain't talking about it. So what's going to happen is that 6 and 8 year old going to ask Mom, why you always driving us to Daddy? Why he don't come see us?
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. That's going to happen. I would. And that's the thing. I mean, lady, that niece, the niece of these kids, the aunt of these kids, please, I would advise you to not really intervene, but find out why. The real reason why she's driving these kids back and forth there. There is a real reason, and whatever the reason is not, I don't feel like it's what she wrote. I just feel like there's another reason. Maybe she's trying to rekindle sparks. Maybe she does want it. I just feel like there's an alternate reason.
But could it again, the ultimate, it could be. Yeah, it could be. I can't sit there and knock that. I can't knock it. We don't know. But it could just be the simple reason that, like Veronica said, she wants those children to have a relationship with their father. But I think there is some underlying
and would do anything to get it to happen.
Yeah. So I don't know what the thing is. And I heard with Sovereign Rage, right? I would have been laid out as a teen for telling my mother she was wrong. And I had a mother that smacked the crap out of me. I'm not defiant. I come from a two parents from the South that didn't play. but I could speak if they was wrong about something. I didn't come out and say, "Man, you wrong like that." Come on, I ain't stupid. But it's a way of having a conversation with your parents that you know your parents.
Hey, Tasha, I don't disagree with you. Says if her kids ask, if her kids ask her to take them to see their father now, they're gonna have to give us some gas money out of their allowance. Some people think I'm wrong, but they're seeing, I guess, him. So the thing is, Tasha, you can't be wrong with. I don't think you could be wrong with your kids because you them your kids. So if they want to go see their daddy and you telling them, you charging them gas money, then how bad you really want to go see him? And this is the thing: if I know my child had to give his mother some gas money, appreciate that, son. As a matter of fact, Tasha, anytime these kids want to come, you bring them over here and I'll give you the money. That's how you Tasha, I get it. Put that man on the spot to make them kids realize, okay, you paying to go see your dad.
But that's that. I mean, and of course, you know that I know Tasha personally. Yeah. I know the backstory.
So and
I
don't
get it. I'm not here to say
I do it too. Yeah.
I'm just saying, I get her situation.
I don't know it, but if you do it that way, just my opinion, if you do it that way, then guess what? Either whoever his name is, either y'all gonna continue paying and putting out to go see your daddy, but your daddy ain't giving you no money back. Like, come on, eventually them kids gonna be like, well, shit, if I got to pay to go see my daddy and he ain't pay, I'm cool. I ain't going.
And actually, they're at the age where they see it for themselves.
Okay.
So, I mean, you have to know the situation. We don't know the backstory behind this woman that
or the back shots
about. Huh?
Or the back shots. I still think it's some vaginal and penile fluid getting exchanged doing this.
I would really like to hear. I would really like to hear from the sister, because the sister wrote a letter here and give us. I mean, yeah, I don't know what she's going to tell, because then she got to go into her business. But if she came on here or wrote a letter and say, well, the reason I'm coming on here because at the end of the day, I'm looking at my kids at such a young and impressionable age. I didn't have a relationship with my father, and I see what it did to hurt my brothers and blah, blah, blah. And I go the extra mile. And yeah, I do feel that y'all are right, and everybody else that have their opinion, that maybe I should make him do more, but I know that he's not going to do that drive. And right now, I'm willing to do that. It may change in the future. There's nothing else I can say. Yeah,
she saves right now in this financial situation. She saves money by not even driving, because now you don't even have to worry about burning out your gas. Matter of fact, if he don't want to do it, if he can't make it, I'll tell you this. I remember one time, my children's mother, I had something to do. And my kid's mother was like, I need for you to get them this weekend because I'm going this place. And I'm like, I can't. So you know what I did? I pieced her off with a few blue faces. She was cool. I was cool. Hey, whether she spends the money on them or not, she knows that it was a legitimate reason. And I'm willing to pay my fare for you to keep them and inconvenience yourself. Now, I ain't do that shit too many more times, but I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna have a relationship, you got to have at least a decent relationship with the person you laid down with and got naked with, or at least slid them to the side at some point in time in order for this shit to work.
Yeah, and I agree. Now for teen talking, I'm just giving you the hypothetical, but for teen talking, yeah, I'm gonna take care of my kids. I'm not gonna put the other person out there driving all that time where I'm gonna pick up my kids or whatever. And if you driving to me, then I'm gonna drive them home. It's gonna be, I'm gonna do that. It's no ifs, ands, it's for teens gonna do, but I'm just looking at the letter, but I'm not gonna do that. But that's why I try not to be in a situation where I had to be separated from my children. And I wasn't separated from my children when they were little. And that, to me, that played a major role in But I also said to anybody I was with that if I did, I'm always going to be a father to my children. Nobody's going to come in between that. But that didn't happen. So I don't
I
have to
feel
worry
like
about
if the father's piecing off some gas money and she cool with it, because to be honest with you, if my children's mother lived 40 miles away and she was willing to come, bring them every single time, if I could just slide a 30, 40, $50 to save some time, I would do it. But the thing about it that is kind of really throwing me is that this woman is providing transportation for these kids when they're not in his care. So, bro, when it's time for her to get a vehicle, if I'm the man, I'm gonna need for you to chip in too. You're gonna have to either make the down payment or the first payment or something, because we putting all these miles, or we gonna have to buy some tires. At least you could buy some damn tires or something.
And we don't know. We don't know anything except
He a good provider.
we know good
Provide
provider,
feedback
and he
tires.
won't go and he won't drive to pick up his kids. That's all we know. That's it.
We need 2-back tires, Michelin's, the good shits. We don't want the Walmart brand. I need 2-back Michelin tires. Vic gonna buy the front too. He coming to pick.
And what if he? And we don't even know. What hell with the tires? What if he bought her the car?
Now, if he buy the car,
If he bought that car for her, but while they were together.
well then, yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. We don't know. We don't know the
car. Then, and Mr. Good Provider, you need to bring me my damn kids. If I bought the car, you need to, and you ain't making no car payments. Yeah, you need to bring me my kids. I'm with you there, bro. I'm with you. See, bring me my kids, and I ain't giving you no gas money either.
Yeah. So the sister's probably watching here, and she may know a little bit more that she could give us, or
inbox me. Inbox me. I know you want to inbox Veronica, but there's another V that you can inbox, and you probably ain't even got to drive 40 miles to be disappointed.
So right. Oh, how we know
I'm with Cheryl. I agree. He probably didn't, but because I don't think they were married. I just think they was shacking together, maybe V.
Mm-hmm.
So he probably didn't buy the car, because a guy like that, from in my mind, no, I'm taking my car with me.
We know you would.
Yeah. I'm gonna call the record service. Hey, y'all go on tow that up there. You know what I'm saying?
But she need that to take them kids to and from school.
Damn.
Exactly.
Gotcha, baby. Gotcha.
Exactly.
Oh man.
Hey, Patricia, what she said, Vic, you gonna give us something on some gas. Take that G out and put an S on the end, and I'm gonna give her that. I'll give her something on some ass. Because apparently y'all need a little help over there. And these gas prices high. I got plenty of gas money.
Yeah, cheaper is cheap. What we got is cheaper per gallon, right?
It is. You ain't even got to drive 40 miles. You come over here. You come over here. And you ain't even gonna be here that long. You ain't even got to turn your car.
Veronica said, "People, ain't nobody want that shit." There's a shortage out here, girl. There's a shortage out here. There's a shortage of men, and there's a shortage of meats. Unless y'all is doubling up on sharing some meats out here, and that's what a lot of the women are doing. Saying they won't do it, but they are doing it.
Yeah. And like I saw a post today, I ain't heard in a while. Ain't nobody said men ain't shit in a while.
Hey, they know they ain't gonna say nothing like that shit.
Well,
final thoughts.
It's only 9:30, ain't it? Ain't no.
So my final thought is to be honest with you, and sometimes I know we get on the person who writes the letter and if they're speaking on another situation, but I feel it. I wouldn't want nobody to do my sister like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I really feel like sis, auntie, whatever, you need to, I feel like, have a conversation with your sister and find out the complete reason on why she's making this drive and wasting two hours of her time, every Friday and Sunday. So once you find out the reason, then try to explain to your sister, like, hey, your baby daddy or children's father, whatever, can do more. Let's see what happens if you don't take them, and let's see how the kids react. But if the lady really wants some me time, and it's that important for her me time or quiet time or whatever time she needs to have, and she's willing to do that just to do something else and have a long time, then stay out of it.
My final thoughts is interesting because Victor sometimes agrees with me. I agree with Victor on this, but I will add, I agree with that. I don't agree with you saying wasting her time. If she feels it's valuable time taking her children to make sure that they have a relationship with their father, or spending time with their father, I applaud that. What I do say is have a talk with the sister, as you said, Victor. But if she's complaining, if your sister's complaining, tell your sister, then do something about it. If you're complaining, do something about it. If you're venting, then you vent it to me. And if you're going to vent and still do it, then don't vent to me about it. You understand? But if you're going to vent or complain about it to me, all I'm saying to you, do something about it. Change it or stop complaining about it if you're going to continue to do it. And that's all I have to say.
Hey, before you give it, Veronica, Sovereign Rage says, shout out to Veronica for being a good mother. Shout out to Fatima and Vic for being good fathers, as well as growing as men. If no other woman don't clap for y'all, I am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, sis.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Vic. Veronica.
I mean, I feel like I said at the beginning, I do feel like she's trying to do her best to make these kids have a relationship with their father. But I do feel like he needs to step up and do more on his end, which, according to the sister, he's not. He don't want to put miles on his car. But I feel like when it comes to parenting, both parents need to be on the same page. We need to, as parents, come to a decision as one and meet halfway.
You said meet?
Meet halfway. This lady should not be driving 40 plus 40 miles, 80 miles a day so her kids can see their father. It makes no sense to me. But like I said, her as a mother, I guess she feel like she have to do what she have to do so that they can have that relationship. But I feel like this man definitely need to step up, and he need to meet this woman halfway when it comes to these kids, because those are not just her kids. Those are his kids as well. And as soon as parents can realize that these kids were not asked to be brought in this world, things would be so much sweeter when it comes to parents and kids. Like, forget what happened between us, but let's just make it work when it comes to these kids. Point blank, period. Guys, make sure y'all come out to our meet and greet March 26th. We are counting down the day to meeting each and every one of you that's always in our comments. Those of you who watch every single week, who we do not know personally, we're so excited and ready to meet you guys at Keontae's Wings and Things in Darlington. Of course, we posted our flyers out there so everyone will show up and show us some love just to meet us and, get to talking and laughing, crying maybe. We're going to have... You don't know what kind of story is going to pop up. May bring some tears to your eyes.
I ain't there to cry.
Just saying.
I'm there to eat and meet and greet.
Okay.
Fatima, you plan on crying?
No.
Yeah.
No.
You don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't plan on it, but it may happen.
Yeah. I got a
But yes,
question.
please come out. Mark your calendars. March 26th. That's next Saturday, 7 p.m. We want to kick things off. So come out and mingle with
And
the
tell them
T
we're gonna be
family.
somewhere this weekend.
And we are going to be at the Spring Fest this weekend. We'll be out there. We'll have our little tent and stuff set up. So holler at us if you come out to Spring Fest. If Marvin is on here, he can give y'all more details on that, Marvin Tony. But yeah, we're in these streets this weekend, next weekend. Hopefully we'll see y'all guys, but definitely at the meet and greet. Be there.
Mhm. I have one question for y'all. Y'all may not want to answer it tonight. So here we go. If a woman had a child and she's in a relationship with a man, right? In a relationship, they living
We'll
together,
definitely
and
talk about this.
she gets pregnant and has a child. They bring this child up. It's 3 years, but he noticed that this child just don't have no characteristics about that child. Has no characteristics that matches his. He does a DNA test, come back and find out that that is not his child. The woman know that it was a possibility, but she didn't tell him that. She just was saying, I slipped up one time with somebody else, and I've been with this person before I got pregnant numerous times that month, but he's not the father. If he chooses not to, he breaks up with the woman automatically. He says, I'm not dealing. Either he puts them out or he leaves. And he said, I'm not dealing with the woman. He has that right. But even though he raised that child as his child, if he chooses not to deal with that child, is he wrong?
That's definitely another show.
I just want to
We
say.
will be on this another hour. And as a matter of fact, we actually had a topic similar to this. You remember we had something similar to this. This probably was like 2019, Vic. I don't know if you recall that or not, but yeah.
Okay, we save it for
But
another
yeah,
time.
let's write that one down for Tinga. We definitely can jump on that one Thursday as a topic at the beginning of the show.
Mm-hmm.
But
I ain't got to write it down because I've
gonna
seen it
remember
too much.
that.
This is nothing but another Maury Povich show, so that's easy to do. That's
Yeah.
it.
All right. Well, guys, have a great night. Thank you all so much for watching Tangy Tea of Life. We appreciate you guys each and every Tuesday and Thursday night, 8 o'clock. Please share the podcast. Let people know that we are live every week, 2 days out the week, Tuesday and Thursday. Excuse me. Yeah, share the podcast. Let them know we're live, Facebook, and when it comes to YouTube, please make sure that you guys subscribe to our channel. And we appreciate y'all so much. We will be going back through the comments and checking out what you all wrote. We are getting better, getting your comments up there. Thanks that Vic is now helping me with that on his end. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thursday we'll be back at it with some more great tea for you guys, God willing. So until then, be safe out there, guys, and we'll see you on the next show. Have a great night.